Scott here. If someone's looking for someone suspecting little mousey to come past in a minute. So what have I been doing? We went to that show last week and did some buying. The prices were quite reasonable. Sometimes a show, excuse me a minute, sometimes, is that a bit of dirt? Anyway, sometimes the show prices seem to be quite expensive, but I was quite surprised. There was some good prices. So anyway, I'm not one to spend money if I can help it, but we did. With the impending bodywork on Vincent, my Triumph Vitesse coming up, Vincent's panels are all pretty straight all over. So, and my biggest problem is getting the panels, the body panels, not to have any ripples in them. So, my longest block I had before was one I made, which basically made out of wood with a thin bit of foam on the back. So I bought myself this little rascal, which is obviously quite a bit longer. It's a solid one. It's I don't know how long it is. I could take measure it, couldn't I? I think I could have found a longer one, but there wasn't any there, unfortunately. I was looking for the longest I could get, but so that's about 16 inches long. So that's going to be a bit of a start, a bit of a help. My old one was only 10 inches long, so, and there's a wee bit wider as well. So I bought some rolls of 80 grit and 120 grit to go with it, because they were cheap. Also bought some tins of this because that was cheap. Black gloss. I reckon it's cheap because it isn't that glossy. The tins might be seconds, but it's actually, it looks okay on my diff. Quite happy with that. But I've also been buying other things. I've been trying to work out what the best way to go with my engine. I've got a certain amount of money I've got to spend, and I'm going to be in the same position as I was before with Mary's engine, which was having to sort of make do with cheaper alternatives, and I just didn't want to do it with Vincent. So what I've done is I've bought off of eBay. I'm going to collect on Sunday and probably take you along for the ride. A Triumph 25S engine. So we've got a few more CCs. Which obviously makes a few more horsepower. It's a slightly slower revving engine, but it'll it's a sort of a standard little modification for a Vitesse. It's not that big a deal. They're not hugely, amazingly powerful like the TR6 engine is, but it's nearly there. It's a lot better, a lot closer to a TR6 engine than a Vitesse engine. So the engine I've got is basically that came out of Vincent is basically a Mark II Triumph 2000 engine, not a Vitesse engine. Vincent was a bit of a turned out to be a bit of a bitzer car, bless it. Obviously the original engine must have blown up or whatever, and they found an engine out of a Triumph 2000. Well, the Triumph 2000 engine is quite a bit less power than a Vitesse engine. It's virtually the same engine, but it's got a really smooth cam in it, and really low compression, something like 7.5 to 1 compression. So it's built for longevity and cruising more than power. So with that in mind, you know, to get it up to the spec of a Vitesse engine at least, or I was aiming for more than a Vitesse engine, I'm going to have to spend more money. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mothball this engine, because really and truly, if I want to do a perfect engine, I need about 700-800 £, and I just haven't got it. So the engine I've bought, the current owner states that it's a good runner, no noises or no smoke or anything like that. So what I'm going to do is get it back, probably pop the sump off and have a look in there, make sure we've got no silvery oil or anything in there, and have a look. I can see the majority or good part of the bores from underneath, or I should be able to see some of the bore from underneath, and I'll probably run it up. I've got a radiator, I've got the exhaust, just run it up for, I can run it up for all day if I want to, and just see what it sounds like. If it's not going to give me too much trouble, I'm going to just paint it and stick it in. That's the plan. Anyway, so that's enough of that. Oh, I had a brilliant bit of mail this week. Probably the most coolest couple in the YouTube gang, or certainly the YouTube gang, probably America, I reckon. Scott and Amy, Stovebolt 50 and Vapor Lock Vixen. So Vapor Lock Vixen has kindly sent me a awesome sticker, and there it is. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? So that's going to get up on the wall. Unfortunately, Amy, I'm sorry, but Scott's being sort of let's get out a bit. Scott's being sort of surrounded, so you might. I don't want to end up with you out on the outskirts too much, so I'll try and get you in there close to Scott, so that you're not too on your own, if you know what I mean. But anyway, yeah, what a good sticker. What a fantastic sticker. And by the way, the cat issue, Charlie, which incidentally is short for Charlene. When my daughter, we gave gave my cat to the daughter for her birthday. She kept, oh, I don't want the cat, so she got the cat. She decided that her name was going to be Charlene. I mean, she was only about 4 at the time, so there you go. So anyway, so Charlie is a girl cat, female cat. She basically doesn't do a damn thing that she doesn't want to do. And you see the video of her laying across my belly. Well, there's only one reason for that. It's because she wanted to do it. She must have been cold, been out there running around catching mice and birds, and she was probably cold. They wanted somewhere soft and comfy to lay. You go to stroke her, and she recoils and moves right out of the way, so that you know, she doesn't want any pesky humans touching her. Oh, God forbid. So yeah. Anyway, so yeah, the next bit on the saga is I've got a bit of die grinding to do, get some of the excess weld out from outside, from inside this bore that came through from the welding. It's stayed in one piece, which I'm very pleased about. Get the bushes in and get it fitted and get on with it. Stop mucking around. Alright, so that's next. Okay, I'm just want to show you how I'm pulling the bushes in. They're metalastic bushes, or metal backed, soft rubber, and then metal tube. I've cleaned up the inside bore with one of those little flappy wheel rascals, and just pulling it in with a piece of stud bar. So I'm trying to start it off straight. The good thing is I can see up through there and sort of make sure it's guided straight. Does that make sense? I haven't got a press, you see. That's what I'm fiddling about like this. But it kind of works, so it's good enough, isn't it? You see.